12 News at 10 starts now.
Good evening. We begin tonight with a 19-year-old girl accused of a hit-and-run crash that killed someone on a motorcycle. Thanks for joining us tonight for 12 News at 10. I'm Mark Curtis. There's more to this story, though. Tonight, police say the suspect had been at a bar in Tempe that's been repeatedly busted for serving alcohol to minors. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly is live in Tempe tonight. And Chase, you've covered multiple underage drinking investigations at Tempe Tavern, and now a city official has had it. They're calling for action.
Mark, that's right. I spoke with a Tempe City Council member who's calling for the state to revoke Tempe Tavern's liquor license. Now, this comes after Tempe police say the suspect left the bar just before 1 o'clock in the morning. Not even an hour later, police say she hit a motorcyclist with her car. This is video taken the morning of September 14th. A motorcyclist riding near Rural and Lemon Street crashed into a Waymo that was turning, knocking the 18-year-old onto the ground. Seconds later, police say a white Camaro hit that rider, killing him. Commander Kim Hill with Tempe Police says the suspect fled the scene.
Found her that morning. She called and they connected, and he had her come in, brought the vehicle in, and started the investigation.
The suspect, a 19-year-old Tempe resident, who is now facing a potential felony for fleeing. In their investigation, police claim before the crash, she was here at Tempe Tavern, a bar that is supposed to only allow people 21 and over, saying she took these pictures of herself inside the bar and was there for about 2 hours before leaving just before 1 in the morning.
She ended up walking home and obtaining her vehicle. And then when she got her vehicle, she was driving and then was involved in that fatal collision.
Now, at this time, police cannot say if she was drinking that night at Tempe Tavern, saying that's part of their investigation. But it was this incident in September that led to an underage drinking bust in November. Police arrested close to 250 underage customers for providing fake IDs and underage drinking. If this sounds familiar, it's because a similar bust happened in April of this year, where police arrested more than 160 underage drinkers at Tempe Tavern for the same problem.
So when people say, oh, just let the college kids drink, it's okay, it's not. It's one of those things that we have to pay attention to, otherwise it gets out of control.
I called the bar to see if they have anything to say about all these incidents, but was told no comment. I then called the owner, but he didn't answer.
Obviously, they didn't learn their lesson.
Tempe City Council member Randy Keating is calling on the state liquor department to take action against Tempe Tavern.
What's upsetting to me about it is just how brazen it is. They were caught the first time, and it was the largest bust in Tempe history. The second time even tops that. The state ultimately controls liquor licenses. If I had my way, and I think I speak for the council, we would revoke it if we could. But that's the state's decision, and I certainly hope that they do.
The State Department of Liquor Licenses and Control is investigating Tempe Tavern and will consider taking that step. Now, I did speak with a spokesperson for the State Liquor Department. They told me the state is currently not involved in that investigation involving the hit and run. However, they said that could change if Tempe police can prove that 19-year-old suspect was drinking at Tempe Tavern that night. Now, of course, the question we've been getting about the story is the revocation of Tempe Tavern's license. That spokesperson telling me that process can take months to accomplish. So in the meantime, Tempe Tavern is allowed to stay open until further notice. We're live in Tempe tonight. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Chase, thanks. A major update tonight on a case we've been following closely. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell says she will seek the death penalty for both suspects accused in the murder of Mercedes Vega. Mitchell was already seeking the death penalty against Sincere Hayes. Today, she said she intends to do the same for Cujo Young. Both have been charged with first-degree murder. Vega was found burned to death in a car off I-10 near Tonopah back in 2023. Shocking new dashcam video shows the moment that a Tesla crashed head-on with a dump truck. It happened yesterday near Cactus and Scottsdale Roads. Fortunately, no one was seriously hurt, but the wreckage caused a lot of damage. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is live in studio. And Gabby, do we know what caused the crash?
Not yet, Mark. Scottsdale police are still investigating what caused the Tesla driver to veer into oncoming traffic. Right now, they're telling us speed and impairment are not considered to be factors.
It's a nightmare. Was a nightmare.
A nightmare scenario caught on camera. A car versus a dump truck in a head-on collision.
It was scary, really, really scary.
Dash camera video shared with 12 News by the owner of the dump truck shows him traveling westbound on Cactus Road when a white Tesla heading in the opposite direction veered across several lanes of traffic and crashed right into him. The impact sent the dump truck through a nearby fence of a backyard.
All of a sudden, I heard a huge noise, like a bomb. Literally, I thought it was a bomb.
Annette Georgiou, the homeowner, tells us she was the first to call 911, worried injuries could have been much worse. Her friend ran to help the Tesla driver while she helped the man inside the dump truck.
He immediately got out of the truck. He was very scared and very, walking, mumbling, but he was asking me right away for a charger for his camera because he said that's my only footage. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, and this is my only thing I have to prove that.
Jesus Medina, the dump truck owner, walked away with swelling and bruises. He's still in shock by what happened.
Everything happened so fast, I didn't have time to react.
Medina owns a hauling company, and this was his only truck.
I was doing very good. That was a brand new truck. It was a 2026 Peterbilt, and I think this was my second month with it.
His father tells us he's watched his son work hard over the past year to build up his small business.
All his dreams and what he worked for, that's how it is. It's everything right there.
And losing this truck will be a major setback.
I have a family to provide for, so basically no work and no source of income without the truck.
Tesla driver was cited for driving left of center and failing to control speed to avoid a collision, but this investigation is still ongoing. Mark?
Gabby, thanks. Today in court, a Phoenix police officer pled not guilty to charges tied to a crash that he was in while on duty. Joshua Woodcock is facing 4 felony charges, including aggravated assault. Phoenix police say that back in March, Woodcock was going more than 50 miles over the speed limit before being involved in a crash near I-17 and Buckeye Road. The crash sent the officer and 2 others to the hospital. With the Trump administration threatening to pull food stamp funding from Democrat-led states like Arizona, Governor Katie Hobbs is pushing back. Yesterday, the Trump administration said that it would withhold SNAP funding unless blue states provide information about people receiving benefits, including their names and immigration status. Governor Hobbs said although she has not directly heard from the White House, she's still concerned.
This is being litigated right now, and we're going to continue to fight that. He's continued to politicize this issue, and I'm going to stand up for the privacy of Arizona state data.
The White House says the information is necessary to combat fraud. 22 states are now suing to prevent the Trump administration from collecting that data. Happening tomorrow, the Phoenix Union High School District will hold a key board meeting to address deep budget and staffing cuts as enrollment continues to drop. A tentative list released ahead of the meeting shows that 164 jobs are on the line, including assistant principals, custodians, and office assistants. But most notably, the district's director of safety is also on the cut list. Those duties would be given to another administrator. It comes after a student was fatally stabbed at Maryvale High School at the beginning of the school year. 12 News will be at that meeting tomorrow night, beginning at 6 o'clock.